Episode 12.
Hey there, folks.
Oh, this looks different, Ryan.
This does look different. What did we do?
What happened in the last 12 hours?
It might sound a little different too.
Might sound a little bit sexier, one might say.
Nice and crispy.
I just sang a song.
I feel like I need to talk lower.
Ground
Just 'cause
control to Major Tom.
Just because it'll sound so good.
Do you think we're going to get copyrighted for
So
singing that?
good.
This is exciting.
We might actually. Especially since we posted on YouTube.
Guys,
It's going to get taken down.
we were having issues with the last microphones, as you probably heard in last episode. It was rough.
Yeah. We tried a bunch of different things. And at the end of the day, it just didn't work out.
Now we went to a full audio file.
Yeah,
store.
we went full audio file.
We may have spent too much money, but that's really okay. We spent a lot of money on
But
equipment
it sounds good.
for the last 10 episodes of this podcast. We're gonna have really nice equipment.
So, for any of you audiophiles out there wondering, Scarlett, Focusrite, 3rd gen 2i2. We got 2 dynamic mics. We're rocking with what are these things called?
Microphones, things that you listen. This is
P20, something P20. I
this
don't know
is
the brand.
so cool. I'm like really excited about this. And
I know.
The only reason we're filming this right now is because we wanted to
Because we wanted to try them out.
we wanted to hear ourselves talk through a very
Yeah.
expensive microphone.
Yeah,
Next rendition update, we're gonna get headphones.
we are. I'm going to go buy the adapters that we need so that we can actually monitor our audio while we're talking. Because right now we're just kind of using the little lights on our Focusrite to make sure that it sounds good. We did an audio check beforehand too, but
I serenaded Ryan. That's what he means.
you did. It was great.
Also, these are much harder to quote unquote. I'm quoting Ryan Michael Carter to clip, but I will find a way to make your ears
You can
bleed.
still clip it, but the thing is we can adjust it when you start clipping.
Speaking of adjusting, this is the coolest thing we've ever done.
This is awesome. Also, do you like the ambiance I've created?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not-
if you're listening, you won't get it completely, but I put a little fireplace on the TV. I put our background lights to the fire settings so they kind of flicker a little bit.
You know what else I just realized? I can move backwards and my voice will sound the same.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Maybe I'll podcast from back here from now
Show
on.
off your thigh tap.
Oh, am I a frat boy? Absolutely. I don't drive a lifted truck anymore, so that helps.
Show the full tat.
Okay, you can hear me.
He's got the cross with the
Ooh.
flower.
Ooh, and it says Carpe Diem.
Carpe diem above.
It means seize the day.
Swagging out. In what language?
Greek,
Latin.
which is derived from Greek.
I don't know.
So I feel like I'm about to walk onto America's Got Talent and they're interviewing me.
Oh, yeah? Like after you've sang already?
No,
And they're
like right
judging
before, and I'm going to hype myself up and like, yeah, I'm the best. And then I get on and doesn't go as
And
planned.
they don't like you at all.
Have I talked about how exciting this is? I'm excited to hear myself talk on the way to school tomorrow. I will be listening to this episode.
Yeah. I mean, I might listen to it tomorrow, too. I just love the ambiance going on.
I do
Little
too.
nighttime podcast.
It's a little bit more casual with
A
microphones.
little more casual.
And I know where to put my hands now.
Because it wasn't casual enough already.
No, I think we're too official. We do have a third microphone for when guests come on.
Yeah, for when guests come on. And we still have our old, original microphone for if we have a lot of people on, we can just kind of set it up and have it capture everything.
In all serious though, if you would like to talk to us while being recorded, please let us know. Like, I think it'd be fun to start having our friends on here.
Oh, yeah. If you want to be a guest on the podcast.
It would be a little bit awkward though, because we're now 12 episodes deep of learning how to talk with a microphone and in front of a camera.
That's true.
And I felt like Tegan started off a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
It's okay though. We're learning the ways. I think Wiz Khalifa wants to come on next week.
Oh, bet. Okay.
My boy Wiz.
Because I got hit up by Elon, but then he said he couldn't make it.
Isn't he busy saving the world?
Dude, he's busy all the time trying to save Twitter.
Duh. Once he bought that, it was a downhill.
It's all downhill from there.
We also are freeballing this without water. So if your throat gets dry,
my mouth is already parched.
I know we can probably contact the butler.
I knew you were gonna say something about that.
We have to. Emily doesn't give us questions anymore.
Oh man, we got to think of our own. But yeah, I mean, it was
But yeah.
it was a pretty smooth process getting the mics.
It was, except nobody was there to help us.
Yeah, no one was there.
And
He kept trying to get someone to cover the front because he was the only guy on the floor. And we are like, no, I got it. Don't worry. And he left to go get our stuff, and I actually like got behind the counter. And then he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I didn't think you'd actually do it."
he was the typical guy that you'd expect to work at a
Oh, totally.
audiophile.
We went to Guitar Center, so
word.
I love that store so much.
Also, speaking of Guitar Center, a friend from high school is typing. I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't talked to her in maybe 4 years.
Oh wow.
Do you want
us to come on the pod?
Maybe. Sup, Renee Reed? How are you? You want to talk about something like actually incredibly depressing?
Not really, but go for it.
So I found out today that one of my high school, I don't know if buddies is the right word, friends, passed away.
Dang.
Which is like, whoa. And then I started digging. He's a surfer, and he apparently hit his head on the bottom yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
And they tried to work him up, and it didn't work.
Like wiped out, hit his head on the bottom, just instant.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I was going to transition that into like, what do you think drowning is like?
Ooh, so when I got my lifeguard certification in high school,
They made you drown?
No.
They're like, die, and then you could be hired.
No, but they told us like the science of drowning and like what it looks like and everything. But so like if you're like conscious and on top of the water and you just don't know how to swim,
Like you're slowly sinking?
like it's like you don't know how to swim, right? Like think you get thrown in the deep end, you don't know how to swim.
Happens to the best of us.
You start flailing your arms, but you don't kick your legs at all. So it's like the flapping arm motion. That's what you're taught to look for.
Like the chickens in Minecraft? Like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Exactly like that.
I wish we had a visual aid for that.
Instead of coming out at them with a sword, you have to jump in and save them from death.
You're like a modern day hero.
Yeah.
Do pool lifeguards count as real lifeguards?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think that's
you have
going to
a
be a
certification.
controversial take.
You like it's a different certification for lifeguarding at a pool versus lifeguarding at water park versus lifeguarding at a beach. Like they're different.
Different certs.
Yeah.
I would love to be a water park lifeguard.
I would hate it so
Imagine.
much.
Imagine you're a kid drowning in the pool and you're like, I have to take the slide to get to them.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. It's like they're like, what took you so long?
Well,
I got stuck.
Usually they have a separate lifeguard at the bottom. Like
Well,
you have one at the top, one at the bottom.
We're understaffed everywhere right now.
Anyway, drowning. So you're thinking like you're already underwater, right?
Yeah, like
And-
that movie we just watched where he's slowly going underwater and he's just sinking.
I didn't watch that part.
Okay.
But anyway, so you run out of air, right?
Yeah.
And your first instinct is to like gasp for air, right? So you try to gasp and all this water enters your lungs.
I feel like that's a mistake.
When that happens, your body actually has a reflex reaction called a laryngospasm.
Oh, I know what this is.
Where your throat closes, so no more water can enter your lungs. So it all goes to your stomach, which is why, like, if you see in movies or something when they pull someone out of the water and they throw up, that's because they have their stomach's just full of salt water at that point. And my mom was wondering, this was over break. She was like, how, like, when they start doing CPR and stuff, like, how's there still air in their lungs? And it's because of that laryngospasm. It closes off and you still have air in your lungs.
But you also have fluid, correct?
Yeah, but you also have fluid, so you have to like cough it out. And then there's, do you know what is it? Dry? Do they call it dry drowning?
I don't know what that is.
Where
That
it's
pneumonia?
like after you've drowned and there's still a significant amount of water in your lungs that you can't get out, you can actually just like run out of oxygen and die. So you have to like go to the hospital and make sure that all the water's pumped out of your lungs.
Is that because the water impairs the gas exchange?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's called dry drowning.
Losers.
I'm not sure.
Well, that got very scientific. Paige is gonna hate us.
I don't
Sorry,
care.
Paige.
She's not my manager.
She's not my mom either. Ryan's got something in his throat. He might be going
did.
into
Cardiac
early.
arrest.
I Damn, that got dark. I was also talking to my friend how hard it is to successfully perform CPR in the field without drugs or an airway.
Oh, like if you have to clear an airway and you don't have
You can't
epi and like there's not a bag ready and
Correct.
stuff like that.
Like
yeah.
if I were to find someone just down on the street, I don't have anything.
Oh yeah, you don't have anything.
I
You
mean,
don't have a valve. Chances are you don't have gloves.
I mean, I do have those in my car,
Okay.
but I'm not.
But yeah, just like
I read somewhere that it's like 7%.
probably. Luckily, there's Good Samaritan laws in place, so you can't get in trouble for trying to save their life.
You just break their ribs and make them bleed everywhere.
Yeah. So
If you have never done CPR, you're missing out.
I've never done it on a live person.
It's a little bit different. There's crackles, snaps, and pops. It's like
Ugh.
Rice Krispies, but
Ugh.
human version.
That's wild.
So we
That's crazy.
haven't prepared at all for this podcast. Again, we just really wanted to listen to our voice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what to talk about, honestly.
I do.
Okay.
I brainstormed a
Okay,
bit.
sweet.
And we brought back the Happy Hat, because why not? I'm really curious what Renee wants. Please, I'm going to open this.
Okay. He brought back the Happy Hat to talk about drowning.
Okay, this is exciting. This is
From Renee?
Renee Reed.
Okay.
She said, yo, I need your help.
Oh.
Okay,
This is
Renee.
exciting.
Trying to convince my mom to get a corgi.
Oh, okay. So Corey had a corgi.
Corey has a corgi.
Say
Had
that 5 times fast.
7.
Corey had a corgi. That's why he's credible in this situation. Cute corgi.
I said, all right.
So we'll see where that goes.
I hope they name it Corey. I've always... Oh, can I tell...
Corey the corgi.
Corey the corgi. When I was in labor and delivery doing my rounds,
Uh-huh.
I tried to convince every parent to name their kid Corey.
That's awesome. Did you get any of them to say yes?
No, but I did suggest a name which they picked.
Oh, okay. Like what?
The name was Jet, and they picked
Jet.
Jedediah, but Jet for short.
Oh, okay.
So
like the nickname Jet.
Jedith.
Did they already have Jedediah picked out as the name?
They hit me with, I need a J name, and I said,
Ooh, wow.
Ooh,
And
I
you
can
hit him with Jet.
Well, no, I said Judah first, and then Jonah, and then
I said
Jubu.
Judas, and then Jonah, and then Jacob, and then
All the J Bible 1 books. When do you think they're going to drop the second Bible?
Bible 2.
Yeah, like the one where they don't kill off the main character. Waiting for that one. Also, I know we filmed a podcast 2 hours ago, and you guys don't know that, but that's okay.
That's okay. They don't need to know that.
Our TikTok, you guys.
Our
Tegan,
TikTok.
Tegan deleted TikTok.
She did. New Year's resolution. I'm proud of her.
Okay,
She
hear me out.
deleted Instagram too.
I was gonna bridge off that no Instagram idea. So you and Tegan
Yeah.
both don't have Instagram.
Yeah, I love it.
What if like a major life event, like when you guys graduate, are you not gonna? Is Tegan not gonna re-download and be like,
No,
hey,
she is. She is. I think on her birthday too, she's gonna re-download and kind of do like a photo dump update kind of thing.
Hey, I'm still alive.
But it's because she has friends and like.
Well, that's a
like-
stretch. Does she have friends?
She does.
Because I think she works and then comes over and then goes to school.
No, but it's
Topic
more.
change.
It's more how much time social media wastes and like, kind of like the insecurity that comes from it. Because social media is such a highlight reel. You know,
I love that saying. It's so true.
it's so true. So true.
My highlight reel is looking a little bit weak lately. It seems I only have one highlight every year.
Yeah, but that's fine. But yeah, she'll download and repost stuff, and like, I don't know. I don't really have like anyone that I would want to see photos. I would just send them to, or they have another way to get them.
What about like family members, like your grandparents?
So my grandparents have these like Wi-Fi picture frames that I can just upload photos to, so that they see
That's
them.
really cool.
Yeah. So
What's it called? I want it now.
It's called.
I can put one in your room, and I'll send you a photo of myself every day.
It's kind of cool. There's just an app that goes with it.
Is it the Amazon one? I know
No.
Amazon makes one.
I think they bought it on Amazon. It's called Aura, Aura.
Do you actually send photos there?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So anyone can send photos. You can like
Can I send photos
take
to
it
it?
down and stuff. So
Or do you have to be invited?
you have to be invited.
How many
Yeah.
people are invited right now?
A lot, because like so my
That's the coolest. Oh my gosh, I'm
My-
writing this down.
my dad's parents have a frame, and my mom's dad and his wife have a frame.
It's called Aura.
Yeah, Aura, Aura, and so they just set it up, and then you can upload new pictures. You can take down pictures, because they're more likely to see stuff on that. And
Do they actually look at it?
so far my mom's dad hasn't actually set his up yet, because he got
Oh.
COVID and he doesn't want to figure out how Wi-Fi works. But once he's over COVID, my uncle's gonna go over and help him set it up.
Are they doing okay with COVID?
Yeah, they're doing good.
Your mom has COVID, no?
Yeah, she does.
What are they doing?
Right now?
They going to COVID parties or what?
No, they're just chilling at home watching movies, drinking a lot of tea.
You know what kills COVID is bleach.
Yeah.
So if you want to, if you want to just, I think it's like
we're gonna get flagged again for talking about COVID.
40% bleach. I think it's 10% water, and then the other 50% is lemon
Yeah, and you have
juice.
to chase it with a Tide Pod.
Too. They have
Yeah.
to be the grape flavor though.
Grape flavored Tide Pods.
Can you believe?
That happened?
Yeah.
No.
15-year-olds are like, the new thing is Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Also, I never realized how much 15-year-olds control in this state.
Oh my gosh! Right?
Tide Pods weren't locked up before those little chodes
Yeah.
started walking around.
Yeah. And now you can't buy them without an ID.
An ID. Do you remember? I don't know if you were with me. I was trying to get like Tylenol
Yeah. or
Benadryl.
It was, Benadryl.
on campus
Mhm.
where you have to be 18
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can't sell it to you without an ID. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's
I didn't
super weird.
I didn't get my Benadryl.
Yeah. I don't know. There's weird stuff. Like spray paint makes sense
Does it?
because you can get high off the fumes.
You can get high off anything.
high on life.
You know you can
baby.
get high on stink bugs?
Oh really?
Yeah.
That would be the worst thing to get high on.
You think so? I could think of worse things.
Oh, you know what's so funny? I just thought
No.
about getting high on random things in the backyard.
What?
So my biology teacher in like middle school,
I'm
okay?
scared where this is going.
So picture literally she looks like a mad scientist. Okay?
Okay, I'm
Like
picturing
glasses, crazy hair.
like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
like skinny, like bone skinny, but not
Not
like
skinny.
unhealthy, just like very
Like LeBron James.
no,
Oh,
opposite.
okay. LeBron's pretty big.
But she had stories about her dog would go in the backyard and there were these certain frogs that were in the backyard, or toads or something, that it would carry around in its mouth because it would get it high.
Like, do you think the dog knew that?
I mean, the dog made the association that euphoric feeling came from having those frogs in its mouth.
Whoa. That's really funny,
Isn't
actually.
that so funny? So the dog would just get high.
What would the frog think? It's like,
I don't know.
It's like, oh, okay, here comes
it
the
didn't
dog.
eat the frog. It would just like hold it in its mouth.
Maybe it liked the warm moist.
Maybe, yeah.
It felt protected by
Yeah.
being in a dog's mouth.
Speaking of dogs being intoxicated,
Wait for this transition.
New Year's Eve,
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
Okay, so it was, New Year's Eve 2020. My grandparents sent us a piñata. It was like a 2020, and it was kind of like bash open 2020, right?
Okay.
Right, like kind of take out all your anger. So I chose a katana as my weapon of choice for this piñata.
Did you kill your dog?
No. I killed the piñata though.
That's.
That was so fun.
Were you the only one who got a slash at it?
No, so it's a staged old katana, so it's not actually sharp.
Oh.
But still, I mean, it's a katana. Anyway, so my grandparents were like, "Oh, if you guys aren't gonna open it, just send it with Jimmy," because Jimmy was going to a New Year's Eve party.
Oh no! It had alcohol in it.
It
Didn't
did. So
Did they know that?
No, but we didn't send it with him. We were like, no, we don't want to break it open. So it was me, my sister, my dad, my mom. I don't even know if Joey was there.
Was Higgins there?
Higgins was there.
Let's go,
Higgins
Higgs.
was a pup. Higgins was a puppy.
I think I know where this is going.
So we break open the piñata, the first one, and it's just shooters everywhere, like
Any-
15 shooters.
Any good shooters?
There were some pretty good ones. Yeah.
Fireball?
There was Fireball.
I don't
Yeah.
understand the hate with Fireball. I enjoy it.
Fireball's great. But yeah, shooters go everywhere. We were like, oh my gosh, it's a good thing we didn't send these with Jimmy. Because, like, Jimmy's, like 16 at the time or something.
He's probably like
Was
had to
it
get driven
years
to the house.
Yeah. Yeah. So, or he was just driving. We are like, oh my gosh, we almost sent all this alcohol with a bunch of high schoolers to a New Year's Eve party.
With the parents probably home.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
They're
oh,
like, oh,
the Carters.
who sent this? But yeah, so we break it all open. We're like counting all the shooters. And we're like, man, it seems like we're missing one because it was like a weird odd number, like 39 shooters.
That makes sense in my head.
So we're looking around, we can't find one, and then we notice that my dog is just like having the time of his life.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like really happy for no reason. And then he crashes super hard. And we find like a shooter bottle that has like a bunch of chew marks on it. We're like, oh my gosh.
Man, stoked.
Little Higgins.
Higgs had his first sip when he was a pup.
Higgs had his first sip.
Speaking of first sips.
Okay.
Maybe this time last year we had friends over and one of my friends got really drunk and tried to eat our fish.
Who? I don't remember this. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that picked it up.
Probably.
Nards.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That
Do you remember your first sip of alcohol?
yeah.
What was it? When was it? Where was it? How'd it go?
I was part of a group that was like kind of like a party every weekend group,
Okay.
but I was always the designated driver. I always opted out.
Okay.
I came up with an excuse every time. And most of the excuses were valid, like, oh, I have tennis in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, that's valid.
Fair. Tennis, life.
Just I'm an athlete.
Sometimes.
Get that poison out of my system.
Seriously, now I can't keep it away. 16 years old, I believe. And it was... no, it was at my house.
Okay.
I threw a party. My parents were gone.
I was going to say.
My parents were gone, threw a party, and...
How old were you at this
16.
time?
16. Just moved to our new house in California.
Okay, dang.
Exciting
Pool
time.
house.
Pool,
right.
jacuzzi,
Pool, jacuzzi,
basketball
court.
court. We got it all. Ping pong tables. It was fun.
Dang.
And I invited like all of my friends plus like my semi-friends. And
Okay.
They all showed up.
Dang.
All of them.
They were like, pool party? No parents?
yeah. So I went hard. Hardest I have ever gone to date.
Oh, drinking?
Drinking.
First time was the hardest.
Well, yeah,
time.
because you have to learn your limits, right? I really didn't. I really had no understanding of how to drink.
Okay.
I was slamming beer. I was slamming hard liquor. I was
no.
slamming everything under the sun.
You're like, I don't feel it yet.
No, I didn't until it was too late. I was blacked out. The most blacked out I've ever been.
Oh, no.
It was horrific. I threw up hours that night. The next morning,
Oh
I
my
continued to
gosh.
throw up.
Were your parents suspicious? Did they know? Did
I
they
don't
think-
know. I think I just told them I didn't feel well. They didn't come home that night either.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
you were safe.
My friend slept over.
Wow.
So unwell.
Wow.
Sorry, I just burped. I hope the mic picked that up.
Gross. Ew. Get out of here.
Anyways, to top this story. So, like, it's like 12 o'clock and I'm waking up.
Okay. Like 12 noon
12
the next
noon.
day.
And I'm-
Okay.
Still throwing up. Now looking back, I probably should have been a little bit more concerned about that. But and then my girlfriend at the time came over and broke up with me.
Oh, my gosh. Because of the party?
No. Honestly, I don't remember because it was like 12,000 years ago.
Dang.
It didn't have anything to do with the party, but she did bring me a Gatorade.
Wow. So you got broken up with while super hungover.
Viciously ill.
Dang.
One more blackout story, and then I'll pass the
Okay.
baton to you.
All right.
This was freshman year of college, most likely. This is the
Okay.
last time I blacked out.
Okay.
I've learned my limits.
When you were still
Very young to drinking.
in college in California.
Correct.
We didn't know each other yet.
Correct.
You're still Okay.
So this was post first time dislocated my knee.
Okay.
I was very, very stupid. I am still very stupid, but this was a whole new level. And I was on painkillers. Don't remember what they were.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember having maybe 2 drinks. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And just the same thing happening.
Yeah.
Throwing up
Because you're on
everywhere.
painkillers.
So stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
So, Mom, Dad, I know you won't listen, but Threw a party when I
Mom,
was
Dad,
16.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Now your boy has a podcast.
But thanks for the sick house. I was
Sheesh.
throw a banger in.
Seriously. What about you? When was your first sip?
So first I can remember.
Junior year of college?
No, so my my parents were very okay with us, just like trying alcohol at home.
Can I pause you?
Yeah, go.
I wouldn't count that as the first sip. Because
okay.
I've drank with my parents before.
Oh, okay. So
I
you're
would say,
talking
like first like illegal sip.
it's like not with parents or at
Not
church.
with not with parents or in the Catholic Church.
Gosh, let me think. Probably that one time we were in the hot tubs on campus.
No way. That was your first time?
Illegally, probably. Because I didn't drink in high school at all. At all.
Didn't you go to all boys school?
No.
Makes sense.
Um,
Should we tell those
other
stories?
people drank, but I was
Yeah, you're always the...
I was so focused on athletics and everything. I was like, I don't want this.
That's fair. I feel like we should tell hot tub stories.
Okay, but
But
yeah, this first time, I mean, first sip, I didn't even drink. You were just drinking, and I tried what you were drinking.
what was it? Do we remember?
Atrocious. I don't know. It was blue. I kept teasing you that it was Windex.
Oh no! It was blue Gatorade with like the cheapest vodka. you
vodka.
can buy.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's a great story.
All those stories are great.
Yeah,
Before I forget this idea, before we dive into that,
yeah.
can I just mention like some of the really really good ideas we've had today?
Okay, go.
So we were.
Oh yeah. These are great.
Yeah. Just punched you.
Yeah. Oh, bam.
So I think this stemmed from yesterday.
I love that I can yell and just move the mic away from my mouth.
Oh,
And
that's
it's just-
exciting.
It's just okay.
Tegan's like, bruh, are they okay? I have a feeling Tegan will be the only listener, but that's okay.
That's okay.
We do this for her.
We do.
Okay, back to the ideas. First one was a streaming channel.
like starting a Twitch.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Corey
but
and I.
I think the way we can win it over is not by showing the game. You just get the commentating.
Yeah, so we're recording ourselves playing a game and
Getting
you just
mad.
get the commentary.
You like hear us getting mad for what though?
Also, our gaming banter is so ridiculous that it's worth recording.
Oh, it's hilarious. I can't think of any examples, but can you?
No, I can't think of any examples, but our banter in the car is also quite incredible. Our first prototype podcast that does not exist anymore
That was like 2
actually
years ago.
shot in the car together.
Yeah. That was horrific. I'm glad that doesn't exist.
But we thought it'd be a good idea to do a car pod,
A
a car
car
cast,
Car
a car
cast.
cast.
A car cast. And then the video games would be Codcast.
Yeah, Codcast, Carcast.
What else? Just, like walking around cast. I think
Yeah.
that one would be a little bit hard, but I think it's
I
possible.
think the car one would be so funny.
It would
Because
be.
you just hear us making fun of drivers and talking about the weirdest, absolutely weirdest things.
I would just be concerned I'd pick up the road.
Oh, true. Well, if we're using these mics,
It could be.
they're not as sensitive.
We can tape it.
Anyway.
Hello. Oh, that clipped. Code 7.
Is that a little narcissistic?
If we like to listen to ourselves talk.
No, not even that. Just we want to record ourselves talking just because we think what we talk about is like cool and people will actually enjoy it.
I think everybody's like,
I think we're overhyping ourselves.
100%, but also like 2 people have told me that this podcast is really, really entertaining.
I love it.
That it's kind
I'm
of
so glad.
it put my ego a little bit high.
Knock him down,
Seriously, someone humble me fast. We got fan mail, we got fan hats
boys.
from the same person, but that doesn't matter. Now we got a full
I can humble you with 2 words.
receding hairline. I had to think about that one for a second.
Yeah.
Humbled. That's why I work in the hospital.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I could wear one of those
Wait, huh?
surgical caps.
To cover your receding hairline?
Yeah. Damn.
Just all the time?
I should maybe get a quote for a wig.
No, that's weird.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
wear a wig.
I should continue to look like an airbender.
Do you look good bald? No, you don't, because
No,
you buzzed your hair for a while.
I think I looked good in the very short stage, but once it gets to the awkward stage, just like,
Yeah, that's true.
is the word.
The awkward stage is just awkward. Hence the name awkward stage.
Awkward stage. What were we talking about before I went on
We
a
were
tangent?
talking about first time drinking.
Okay. Oh, the jacuzzi.
The jacuzzi.
I'm about to fall over. Please hold.
Corey resituating.
See, I can stand up now and still talk.
That's incredible.
This is exciting.
I am so happy for you.
All right, back to the program. So
Are you a little toasty with this fire going on?
I mean, I'm just toasty
love
because you're in here.
Ooh.
Baby girl, what's your name? Great. Now we're gonna get copyrighted twice. Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi.
We
that
had-
specific story or just any jacuzzi story?
Probably the few that revolve around GCU.
Okay.
So we I had very influential friends that wanted to drink every weekend.
Yes, you did.
I partook probably more than 50% of the time, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we would always drink and then go to the jacuzzi, and if you know anything about drinking in jacuzzis, it makes it just that much more fun.
Amplifies.
Now the scary part is anybody from GCU can go to those jacuzzis. So
anyone.
This annoying
they get
sophomore,
crowded.
They do get crowded, especially in winter when it's freezing.
Yeah.
It was me, Ryan, and a couple friends, and then all these random people, and I was drunk off my tits.
Yeah, you were.
Ryan held his alcohol, I think.
What?
Right?
I didn't drink.
I thought you had a few sips.
Yeah, but like
That doesn't matter, does it? You
I'm,
never know.
I'm Irish.
Well,
I'm Irish, bud.
That's what you say, and then sometimes you aren't very Irish.
What do you mean?
I mean, I could pull up the photos.
Yeah, after I died because I drank way too much.
We could talk about those stories.
We could.
Should we finish the story before we move on?
Yep.
Anyways, I was vibing. The jacuzzis close at 10. Apparently there was a security guard talking to us.
Yeah, so everyone in the hot tub stayed until like 10:20. They close at 10, but really everyone stays until one of the public safety people comes and tells you it's time to get out. So the public safety guy comes and he's like, "Hey, it's time to get out." Everyone's getting out. Corey's still just enjoying himself. He doesn't like acknowledge the public safety person at all. It took me like 6 times. I was like, "Dude, public safety's here. We need to go." Like,
and they're pretty strict on no drinking.
oh yeah, it's a dry campus. So we get out. Some of our friends are at the student union studying.
I forgot about this part.
So we start walking that way. We run into 3 girls.
Oh no!
And
I also forgot about this
and
part.
they can totally tell Corey's drunk.
Anybody could tell from a
And
mile away.
they're straight up, like the first thing they ask is like, "Hey, do you guys have any alcohol?" And Corey was like, "Nope, I drank it all." And then he runs away.
I hate this version of myself.
He just like runs away.
Still do this.
But we get into the elevator because they're on the 2nd floor of the student union at the coffee shop. And
horrific.
And I'm like, "Corey, dude, you gotta
Chill.
sober up a little bit." And so he like gets his giggles out in the elevator. Elevator door opens, and we're doing great. We're doing fine. They're on the other side though.
Yeah, why did we take the elevator?
Because
We would have been
you didn't
so
want to walk
much closer.
upstairs.
Maybe.
But we're walking across, and he runs into a bar stool and like knocks it over.
Metal on wood. It makes
And so
loud noise.
He could have just as easily just like picked up the bar stool and went on with his day. You know, like everyone turns and looks, and they're like, "Ah, what an idiot."
They're
But
probably like freshmen.
but like he could have just put it back, and everyone would have forgotten, right? Instead, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so embarrassing." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude." So we make it over to the table, and he sits down. He's
Hey,
just.
at any point you can stop telling this if you want.
I'm almost done.
Okay,
And he's just like super giggly. And everyone's like, "Corey, are you drinking?" And you're like, "No." I'm like, "Yes." And then I think Kendall gave you her water
no,
or something like
I
that.
took everyone's water.
Yeah, yeah.
They all had
you just
water,
took them all.
And I took every single water.
That's the story.
Can I share a story about you now?
What a blast. Depends which story.
Megan and Breas.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's harmless.
Yep.
So we used to have these best friends, Megan and Brea. Fantastic people.
Shout out Megan.
Shout out Megan.
Shout out Megan.
Shout out Shrek. We love you. Anyways,
Oh, next time she's in town, we should have her be on the podcast.
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be really
she
fun.
would have some good stories of us.
She would.
Megan's seen my boobs, so.
Wait, what?
So, anyways.
Whoa
there. So we went over, and these girls were like
They live off campus.
They lived off campus. They were our best friends. I could say that.
Oh yeah.
No question of mine. Like we spent probably weeks with them straight without taking a break.
Yeah, we would just go over there.
We just vibed.
Yeah.
We were just vibing with them.
Yep.
And it was like during Christmas time, so it was all festival. Like there was a lot of festivities.
Yeah.
Like they had a tree up. We watched movies every. Jeez, I'm gonna cry. Those were the fun days.
I know. They also had a big cardboard cutout of Harry Styles.
Oh, that is essential to the
Shout
story.
out Harry. We love Harry.
You got nice style. I see his name now.
Oh my gosh.
Harry's got style.
Is that his real last name? Or was he just blessed with like the best name combo?
Yes, I think you said the same thing twice.
Wow.
So we all started drinking, and then we all stopped, and Ryan proceeded to continue. Now, he was peer pressured, so it's not all his fault. And we weren't.
And to be fair, I thought they were going to keep drinking with me.
I think that was the plan, but
they did not.
We saw what happened, and we wanted to observe.
Yeah, I was so dizzy.
What were we taking shots of?
Rum. Bacardi.
That's where you went wrong.
Yep. I got so dizzy that I was just like laying on the couch and like I didn't want to talk because it made me nauseous. So I started like doing sign language while just laying down.
None of us know sign language. None of us.
It was so... Oh my gosh.
I think at one point I started taking videos of him and like sending them to people.
You sent them to my sister.
I sent them
because my sister knows sign language. You were like, what is he saying?
So long story short, that was a fun night for Ryan.
Oh man.
He was out for a good few hours. I thought you were going to spend the night there, to be honest.
Yeah, no. But I woke up the next morning and I was
You skipped the whole car ride there at home.
Yeah, I did. But I woke up the next morning in my own bed. And I was like, my mouth just tasted gross. So I was like, I got to go brush my teeth. So I brush my teeth, and then I get out the Listerine. Bad idea.
Not the Listerine.
Bad idea. I, like, put it in my mouth, and my body just rejected it.
That's what she said. That's what she said. She said that.
She said that. But my body just rejected it. Because it has alcohol in it, right?
Yeah.
And my body was like, no more.
Did you throw up from that?
No.
Oh.
But I just like
your like mouth swelled.
Yeah, I was just like, oh no.
So that made Ryan stop drinking for a while.
Yeah, like months.
Well, nobody takes 10 shots of Bacardi, to be fair.
Well,
I'm Irish. No, sir, you are now almost dead.
I was not almost dead.
You were not looking too hot for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't feel too hot. I could still walk.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned, but like I was concerned you were gonna throw up in my car.
Oh,
which you did.
Yeah,
you fell asleep
fair.
the whole ride home, and as soon as we got there, you threw up everywhere.
Yeah, because you made me start walking again.
What did you want to do? You wanted to levitate back to your room?
I didn't even throw up that much, but after I did, I felt fine.
I know, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
That's why we usually give like people in the hospital who have like GI issues. We're like, well, like we could help them, but we want them to expel whatever's in their stomach.
Yeah, because a lot of people have like a huge fear of throwing up,
which is weird.
So they'll just, even though it'll make them feel so much better, they just won't. So I could totally see how inducing that would help their symptoms.
What if
overall.
What if you like seduced it?
Like you seduce their symptoms?
Yeah.
If you're just like
Ugh.
It's like, Mrs. Robinson,
time to throw up, honey.
Time to throw up.
Can I throw what?
Your patients are going to see your boobs now, too.
I hope
if this keeps up.
Jeez. So,
so what was that word?
We've talked 39 minutes, and we haven't even started what I wanted to talk about.
Okay, let's go. What did you want to talk about?
So I looked up how to make a podcast.
Did we do it wrong? Did we do it all wrong?
And they said you have to be good at speaking, which we already struck out there.
Man, they said your average height has to be 6 feet.
Seriously, guys?
I'm
dragging us down here. We're so close.
I'm 6'4".
We're close. We're getting there. But in reality, the first thing the article said was know your audience. Of course.
Oh.
And I was like, Ryan, you know Tegan pretty well.
I do. I've actually been dating her for over a year.
Me too.
Wait, no,
Way.
you haven't.
No, we're a throuple.
Okay, know our audience.
So like,
Tegan.
we got
My
that.
mom started watching.
Oh, Tegan and your mom. They're different. So
Are you going to look at the demographics?
no, it's actually going to just pull up that article again.
Oh,
So the one is
we still don't have enough listeners on Spotify, or not Spotify, on YouTube to see our demographics
Which is
on there.
bonkers. We'll get there one day.
I know.
One
day.
So we got that checked off. We know our audience, Mrs. Carter and Mrs. Carter number 2. You see what I did there?
That was good.
Now
That
the
was
second
good.
thing is, what would our audience like? And I think this is where we messed up, because the first option is true crime. I know Tegan prefers true crime to this.
Yeah. I mean, she does, but at the same time, she has like told me multiple times that she loves just listening to our banter at night when she's at work.
Should we make these longer for her? 'Cause
Maybe.
this only covers 1 hour.
We could hit an hour. We've been hitting 45 minutes in the past, but
No.
I feel like if we're on a roll, we can go for an hour.
I'm saying maybe like a 4-hour episode one
Like
time.
long form.
Yeah, like Huberman.
I don't know if we could keep it up for that long.
I think my ADHD would take over.
Yeah, I would get hungry.
I mean, we could have more pod snacks.
More pod snacks. Pod snacks.
You didn't even clip. I'm proud of you.
I know, because I pulled the mic away from my mouth. I'm learning.
Good for you, man.
Thanks.
Okay, so the genre, I think we still fall into the category of...
Oh yeah, because it had us choose a genre, and we were like, we don't know what to put, so we put personal stories.
That's what Emma Chamberlain's is as well, so I feel okay with
I
that.
feel like it's applicable, and then we can just talk about anything.
Speaking of anything, the third bullet point is interview other podcasters.
Interview other podcasters. You think we can get like
Logan Paul.
Andrew Huberman, Logan Paul, Lex Friedman, Cody
I-
Ko, Noel?
I would forget how to talk if we had any of those people.
Honestly, yeah, I would be so
Intimidated?
no, what's it called?
Flabbergasted.
Like no, like fan flustered or fan starstruck.
There it is.
I'd be so starstruck.
I like fan flustered, though. That one's
Fan
good.
flustered. Little
like that.
alliteration there.
You know, I talked last episode how we've been compared to Kodako and Noel.
Yeah.
I think that could actually be probably one of the funniest things known to man is us four communicating. Because I think we derive humor for both them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My not humor style. What is it called? What the heck? Hello.
Hello?
Humor type? Humor.
We'll go with that. It's
There's
like,
a word for it, isn't there?
it's like love language, but for humor.
But for humor. Oh, sense of humor. I'm a dumbass.
Well, at least you know it.
Yeah, my sense of humor is totally them.
Cody.
It's just random, crude
Just it's really
humor.
It's only funny
Extremely
to
random.
the person in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't judge me.
Moving on to number 5, it says ask guests about their that was a word. Nah. Ask guests about their work experience. I feel like we talked about the hospital.
Yeah.
We-
Let's talk about the hospital.
We could talk about your bartending
We
days.
can talk about my unemployment. That'd be
God.
super dope.
Bless America.
God bless America.
Oh my gosh, I think we hit number 6 so well.
Yeah, we could talk about my bartending. That'd be fun.
Do you want to?
I mean,
Maybe later.
yeah, on a different pod. If you want
Okay.
to put in the notes for
In the future.
for next time.
In the future.
Yeah, let's not
In the cooch.
shorten that word.
In the few.
That's what. Nope.
In the pho.
What's the next one?
This one I think we hit on the dime.
Okay.
I like how we stopped facing the computer and we're just looking
I
at
know.
each other at this point.
Hey, buddy.
It says take listeners on a journey of self-improvement.
Wow.
If you've taken something away from this, it's clearly how
journey
to,
of self-improvement.
seriously. That's like the journey.
Should we give people a tip?
Yeah.
Enjoy life.
Oh, we're giving serious tips.
I don't know. Take.
Okay, I
give
like
them
yours.
Life
Enjoy
advice.
life.
Life advice.
Honestly, the thing that's gotten me through a lot of difficult situations is life's not that serious.
I'm glad you said that and not.
At least I'm not
You're-
a spider.
Yeah.
I like that one. At least I'm not a spider. I got conceived as a human this time.
Yeah.
I'm on life number 4.
Yeah. When you were like having panic attacks, you were like, "At least I'm not a spider."
It helped.
I was like, you know, if it helps you, cool.
I think it did.
I think it's really random, but hey, whatever helps.
We love coping mechanisms.
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 As long as they're healthy. If they're unhealthy,
That
then we
one was
don't.
healthy.
Speaking of unhealthy coping mechanisms,
Cupping?
did you know that you can just like go
Oh, get ketamine
see-
infusions?
Yeah, you can go get ketamine infusions.
It's kind of unhealthy.
Like what? You can just go see a psychologist and they like pump you full of ketamine, like give you headphones and an eye mask, like you trip out.
They give you head while you're on ketamine?
A face mask, like
Oh.
an eye cover.
I thought
like,
you said
know
head.
those silk ones?
Not head?
No, not head.
Do you think that's a package I could sign up for?
No.
Head ketamine.
Ketamine infusions with a happy ending.
It's going to be the best 18 seconds of my life.
But it'll feel longer because you're on ketamine.
I don't understand that. It's a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, it's just like it removes you from reality, which, like, I don't think that's a healthy coping mechanism. It sounds like you're just avoiding the problem entirely.
That's what that guy on Kodiko's podcast was talking about, I'm assuming?
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I've been getting ketamine infusions. He was like, they up the dose every time. I was like,
No.
you just get like, how do you not just get addicted to ketamine by the end of that?
You might. I think ketamine's actually on one of these drug cards.
Really?
Maybe.
Corey just has like drugs plastered all over the wall for studying.
This was only my first exam.
That's crazy.
And then I was like, my hand hurts from writing all these, so I'm going to stop. But they really did help.
When I write, I death grip my pen.
I do too. Do you have like a gnarly callus on your finger?
Probably.
Do you want to compare calluses sometime?
Hold on, give me a pen. I gotta see how I hold one.
Please hold. Oh, I guess I could still talk.
Yeah. I just want to see.
This is
I'll hold it.
I don't.
Yeah, so it'd be.
You hold it weird.
I do?
I think so.
Is that weird?
Can I show you how I hold mine?
So I hold like
You do like a.
index, middle on top, thumb on the bottom, resting on the ring finger with the pinky under it.
Oh, I guess that's kind of how mine is.
How's yours?
Mine's a little bit
You
more
do
flush.
a one finger.
Yeah, with the support of the
wild.
thumb. But then I rest it on the middle finger.
Really? Like this?
Yeah, but
No,
I'm also lefty.
I like.
You're like, oh, you died today,
Yeah.
Pippa. Can I tell you something just so stupid?
Go for it.
So with school nowadays, I guess any school, but
Like college school?
yeah,
Okay.
they're very strict on like no cheating, obviously.
Well, yeah.
And one of their new rules at my school is they have to provide the pencil. You can't use your own.
What?
and-
Wait, what?
I don't
Like
know.
for a test?
Yeah.
Like they provide the pencil?
And the piece of paper, which I understand more the piece of paper,
Yeah.
but the pencil? Why?
Are people writing answers on their pencils?
This is my theory. Is
Okay.
they want to prepare you. They want to do tests like the NCLEX does test, and they'll provide everything at
Oh,
the
yeah,
NCLEX.
because they teach so much to the test that they want to create the environment to be the same. That's actually, I actually agree with that.
I do to an extent. It's just a little bit annoying.
It's a little extra. Like, out of all the significant variables, that's not,
where you're gonna get
that's
me.
not the biggest one.
Also, they're always like no water, and I'm like, I'm so thirsty during
gosh.
exams.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. You can't have water?
You have to like stand up and go outside.
Oh
but then I'm
my
like,
gosh.
okay, that makes so
That
much
sucks.
sense.
Man. Okay, so you know how we were talking about education systems
Mm-hmm.
in one of the last podcasts? I did some digging.
Dig.
I did some deep diving. One of the things that stuck out the most about Finland's education system to me. So kind of the top two overall from the surveys that I saw were Finland and South Korea.
Okay.
One of the coolest things that I saw about Finland's education system is during their primary school, right? Like their elementary school, that first, I think it's 6 years for them. They have the same teacher
Ooh, so you
for
can like
all 6 years.
you can build a rapport.
Yeah, so that you can build a rapport with the teacher. The teacher gets to learn like your strengths and weaknesses and your learning styles and everything. And I think that is huge.
What if the teacher quits?
Well, obviously.
Do they
then
get
you'd
executed?
Yeah.
You can't leave
Yeah.
teaching.
It's like a bad referee in Brazil. They
Oh,
just
boy.
cut your head off.
I mean, that's fair. That's how I'd want to die as well.
Isn't that cool, though, that the education system values that so much? Because I
Yeah.
feel like that's such an undervalued thing here until you have to, like, go get a letter of rec. And then you're like, oh, I should have a relationship with my teacher.
That's very interesting. And like I feel like when you start a new class, especially in high school, they're like, "So what did you learn in this class?" Where like they would know.
Yeah, they would know, and they wouldn't have to review as much, and they could kind of see what works with their different classes. I just think it's really beneficial.
So I
think
feel like
it's super cool.
Teachers definitely would quit less unless they have like
Yeah, they would quit
tough
less.
kid.
Also, in their culture, they hold teachers like higher in society. Like they realize the importance, and they pay them more. It's like 98% of all the schooling is public. Only
Interesting.
like 2% of kids go to private schools. So like they're really well funded. They pay their teachers well. Their teachers are very well educated. It's just a really cool model. The crazy thing is, juxtaposed with South Korea, who was kind of like same in like first for the major subjects. So I think it's reading, math, and science are the ones that they scored this off of. But South Korea's system is like completely different.
But
like
it works.
They school a ton. There's tons of pressure on the kids and everything. I don't think it's healthier, but it's successful.
I think that's also a lot to do with their culture.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It has a lot to do with their culture. But I just thought Finland's model was really, really cool. And they never start classes before 9, and they never go past 2. They do 3 to 4 subjects a day, which are longer classes. They're like 75-minute class blocks on average, but they take breaks throughout. They really emphasize not just like locking you in a lecture hall.
Is Finland the one with the good legal system as well? Like
I do not know.
You know what I'm talking about though? Like the jails are nice and like
Oh yeah, it is.
And like the rate of recommitting the same crime is pretty low.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is about their culture, but
Maybe
it's
they
really
care.
cool.
They care about themselves.
You know, I have to. So I'm taking intercultural communication as a class.
I'm taking intercourse.
Yeah, that's what she said. Maybe I'll choose Finland for one of my projects and kind of study up on that.
Have you thought more about your capstone?
Oh gosh, kinda. I still don't really know just how to, because I don't want it to be too broad, because then I can't get specific enough when I write the paper, but I don't want to be so specific that it's hard to find research.
Do you have numbers yet? Like how many pages? Like what are we looking at?
I'd have to look at the rubric. It's pretty long.
I mean, I'd expect it to be long. It's a capstone.
Like probably at least 3,000 words of content.
And I'm guessing it all has to be peer reviewed, no opinions.
Yeah, peer reviewed. The majority of the sources have to be 5 years or newer.
Google Scholar, baby.
Yeah, Google Scholar, other databases.
If you could, though, you should try to like incorporate Addison's. I think that'd be very interesting.
It'd be cool. I've done pathologies before because I wrote a big paper on interventions for postmenopausal women with osteopenia and osteoporosis. I wrote a paper on interventions or like lifestyle interventions for Parkinson's patients.
Have you seen the videos of Parkinson's patients when they put like jazz music on?
Yeah.
And what happens to their gait?
Yeah.
So
Have you seen, or you finish your thought?
They're with Parkinson's, like they have a very like it's called a Parkinson's step. Like they're very jittery and shaky, and it's like hard for them to balance. But
yeah, they usually shuffle when they walk.
Yeah, the Parkinson's shuffle is also what it's referred to. But when they put music on, they're like able to like catch a groove almost, and so they like are able to like walk normally. It's very cool.
The nervous system in Parkinson's is really, really interesting. The research around it's really cool, and also very
new.
I want to say new because they've been researching for a while, but they're always finding new things, and they're not sure how things connect and stuff like that.
The brain, baby.
Yeah, like there's one. My grandpa saw it on TV, and he was telling me about it, and at first I was extremely skeptical. I was like, they're hyping this up, like it was kind of the headlines are lying idea. But I looked into it. It's a device. I think the research was from Stanford, I'm pretty sure. But it's these vibrating gloves and they're bulky. They're super bulky. But they're vibrating gloves. You go in for treatments, and the idea behind it is that the vibrations in the gloves reset kind of your neural pathways, because what they were trying to do is treat the tremors, right? Like the hand tremors. So they were like, okay, if we can just kind of rewire the nerves, then the tremor should go away.
Yes, I'm following.
So they were like, okay, we'll do these vibrations to desync the nerves, and then we'll do these exercises to kind of recoordinate everything, right? Not only did the tremors fix, which was what they were like trying to do, but tons and tons and tons of other symptoms that are associated with Parkinson's saw improvement.
That's so
like
weird.
Memory and sleep and like episodes of things, and they have no idea why.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I have a theory that the brain protects itself from like humans, I guess, like knowing too much. Like it caps our knowledge. I don't
think it does. That makes no sense. Do you know how the brain works?
Sometimes. Mine doesn't work all the time.
You think your brain is sentient apart from yourself?
I don't know. Sometimes I do.
That's weird.
Right?
I don't think it is.
I hope you're right, but also I hope I'm right. We're at an hour.
We're at 56 minutes and 10 seconds.
You're right. We should go 4 more minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think the best ice cream flavor is?
Ooh, I mean, go to chocolate, easy. But if I'm rating an ice cream place, you got to rate it based off of their vanilla. Because if an ice cream place, vanilla bean counts. If an ice cream place can't make a good vanilla ice cream, then like, come on.
That's actually a very good stance.
Yeah. Plus, like, chocolate's so rich that it's kind of hard to really get a read on how good the ice cream is from chocolate. Whereas vanilla, you can really, really tell like how good the ice cream actually is.
Fair.
So if I'm rating based off of vanilla, otherwise, chocolate's great. I like mint. Cookie dough's all right.
Like mint chocolate chip.
Yeah. Coffee ice cream is incredible.
Mocha,
amazing. Peanut butter ice cream, awesome.
Moose Tracks
pretty good.
Pretty good. I think it's solid.
I would put coffee above. I love coffee ice cream.
You know what is actually? Oh, what about sorbets? Do you like rainbow sherbet?
Sorbets are good.
I used to go to this camp every summer.
Sorbets and sherbets are different.
I would agree. I just clumped them into one.
Yeah.
They would make
fruity frozen treat.
Sure.
Yeah.
They would make milkshakes, but with like sherbets.
Oh heck yeah!
And before you're like, ew, sherbet with milk. They didn't use milk. They used Sprite.
Oh no, that's weird.
No. It sounds weird, but we should make it one day.
Would it be carbonated?
No, it's not.
Oh, because when you blend it, it just kind of loses the carbonation?
I'm assuming so, but it was like rainbow sherbet and Sprite, and it was incredible, and I actually want it right now.
Interesting.
Maybe we should make a trip.
To the store. Go get some sherbet.
It's only 10 o'clock.
I mean, we could. We have to end the podcast anyway.
Shoot. I think we should maybe play some Call of Duty.
I'm down. Yeah, let us, or I'll make a question. Just kind of, what do you guys think of our new mics? Leave a comment, please. There are no comments on our YouTube yet.
What the heck, guys?
I want to read some comments. Please. I will respond. I promise. I pinky promise.
I will also respond.
2 pinkies. I have 2.
You can have Corey and Ryan respond free of charge.
Yeah. Share us around. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you know us in person, hit us up. If you want to be a guest on the podcast,
everybody
we would love to have you on.
Everybody who listens knows us.
We would.
I think.
That's yeah. Unless our TikTok audience grows.
Oh, come on, TikTokers.
TikTokers.
Should we like send them off with a song? Hey there, Delilah. What's it like? It's like they're listening to the radio again.
I know.
Thank you to KBX.
We're definitely getting copyright.
Oh, I hope so.
It's okay. We're not monetized
yet. Oh.
Oh, they might take our video down though. Nah, it's okay.
Speaking of monetization, in order to do like advertisements,
yeah,
we have to have an Instagram.
Yeah.
So, what would we post? Nothing.
We would post behind the scenes stuff.
You think so? That'd actually be interesting.
Yeah.
Emily could film us, our butler.
Nah, I'd film us. But like we would have filmed us going to get the mics today and like setting stuff up.
Well, that could actually be really fun.
It would be a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
BTS.
And then some of the best highlights from TikTok would probably make it on there. We would do stories.
That would be fun.
Yeah, we should do that. We'll make an Instagram. and link it when it's made.
If it's ever made.
You like that? You like that idea?
I like that idea. Also, last comment, I've been thinking about this all episode, is the fact that I could turn your volume all the way down and it just turned into me.
Yeah, or not.
All right. Peace out, guys. Love you all.
I want to drag it out so it's at exactly an hour.
Oh, okay. 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye, guys.
Happy